Am I live? Is anybody there? I don't know if anybody's watching. Well, maybe I'll archive this for posterity, publish it. Who knows? I've never done the YouTube live thing before. This is a live stream. I didn't announce it, and I really don't know why I'm doing it, but I thought that I would sit and smoke on the porch here tonight. Oh man, I got people. I think there's people watching. See, I don't know. I don't know. It's like 11:30 local time, and I don't. It's gonna be like 12:30 on the East Coast. Oh, it's Greg Scott and Jamin. See, I knew that Hawaii would be up. So I got Jamin and I got Mr. Greg Scott. I got people. So I didn't know what the if this was going to be any kind of a thing, if anybody would even watch. Now I've got, I guess, 7 people watching. So not quite it's not like a Skype call or a Google Hangout, but I thought that tonight I would have some drinks, have some smokes. I would chat with whoever wanted to talk. If y'all wanted to do like a Q&A, because this is the thing. Was it looking forward to Nashville? Oh, it's YZ, Greg. Oh yeah. I met you last time. You and your son. Awesome. So I got Challenger Dart. How's it going, man? Frequent viewer and commenter. So I've got some. This is from Bell's Brewing. This is Mars, Bringer of War, and I'm on the back porch. All I've got is my light, and like the light from the inside to illuminate. But I got one of the fancy glasses. This is a double IPA, about 10% alcohol. Oop, I'm not one of the beer master guys, so let's see if I can get that. Oh no! Too much head. Oh well. So, let's see. Everything is okay. Good to see you again, man. Great! It's Boontar as well. Okay, so I just thought that I could have a smoke. I've got a Phil Rivara horn, whose birthday it recently was. I don't know. I just stream raid from Eric Pick. Oh, and Jeremy Larson's jumping in. Okay, well, hello. And Boontar says you can never have too much head. True. Can everybody read everybody else's comments? Does anybody have anything they want to say? They're staying home Piper. What's up, man? Oh man. So I don't know. I just thought I would drink and smoke, and I don't know. I'm not used to this type of thing. Let's see. Okay, people can read it. Oh, it's Jay. Jay Finney is a local pipe smoking guy. Right here. I got people right here. Oh, there's Damien. From Australia. I'm doing good, man. I got people that are better pipe smokers than me, like live within like a mile of me, that smoke more and probably would do much better on YouTube than I ever could. So if Nathan's out there, you need to come out and come around. I can't find my lighter, and I swear, is it in my pocket? There it is. So I've got this is a Rich Virginia. This is the 2010 CPCC Rich Virginia. So this is about 7 years old. Nice little Virginia from McClelland. All right, let's get some more head on there. I'm used to more of. Oh, damn it. Yeah, too much yet. All right, I'm used to the format where I'm talking with somebody or whatever. So let's see. Greg's not drinking, but he's having some Swedish snooze, and he also just smoked some 50-50 Cockstrong. Likes it if you're burly. Likes the like. It's good if you like burly. I do. Sorry. I'm kind of on the fence with burly. It's not the greatest. That's a man's blend right there. Yeah, I know Jeremy did the Pipe Smoker for Life challenge, and he did like a bunch of the Daughters and Ryan stuff, and I know when he finished that up, he was very happy he was done when he went through all his Daughters and Ryan samples. I also have to drink tonight Jim Beam Black Extra Age. Now, I've done some blind taste tests with different bourbons. Bit, fancier, more expensive stuff than this. This one, one of those blind taste tests. I had some. Can't even remember. They're all gone. I mean, I like bourbon, but I had some Willet. I had some. Gosh, I can't even think of them now. Booker's. Yeah, I mean, I had a bunch of good stuff. But yeah, Alex, correct. This is a great whiskey. It's very underrated. And of course, the others don't have Mila Kunis in their commercial. But I was into Jim Beam before Mila got paid a lot of money. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is kind of a new formulation. This is the new label on the bottle, and I think some of the whiskey snobs were saying that it's not quite. I think the original black label, like, it was all aged for 6 years, and this stuff is not quite as aged. Same price, but a little bit different. I don't know. Look, it's good. It's good, and it'll get you there. It's got a good flavor, and if you are like me, when I drink whiskey, it's the top bourbon of 2016 for a reason. Yeah. I don't know if you're a whiskey snob. I enjoy it, but I do like to add water. I don't like adding ice, but I do like to add water to my whiskey. And I hope you pardon a few relights, because despite being 7 years old, this stuff is quite moist. And, yeah. And I guess I'll be talking, so there'll be frequent relights. And cheers to you all. I guess 17 viewing now. Appreciate it. Now, does this pair well with the Greg's gonna drink some Mad Dog 2020. Cheers to Greg, and to Alec and to Luis, Mr. Luis Morales. Thank you, sir. I remember I've done. I'm not gonna chug it, Eric. No, this is a 10% alcohol. Thanks, Damien. It's a 10% alcohol, and I gotta. Cost me like $18 for a 6-pack of that stuff. So I'm not gonna go crazy with the Frank the Tank. Yeah, I'm not gonna get all crazy with the chugging of the beer. I'm also not too fast and loose with. I'm a little fast and loose with the mixing of the whiskeys and the beers. I'll drink one before the after. What's the saying? Beer before liquor. Never been sicker liquor than beer. That you're in the clear. Gets me. It gets me there. I get drunk anyway. Let me get a bit of a relight here. So, what's anybody want to talk about? Anybody got any questions? Anything y'all want? You know, because it's just a one-man show here. I'm happy to chat and say anything. Let's see. Yeah, Greg. Greg's puked his guts out both ways. Yeah, we're gonna be drinking beer first. Enough whiskey will get you a kissy. And Jamin's drinking Lagunitas Laginator. Nice. I've never had that one. I am a big fan of Lagunitas. I think they're out of California. They're pretty tasty. They put out some good stuff. The brown sugar ale, top stuff, top notch. Yeah, good. So I don't know. So I'm just out here on the back porch. And there's Teets. Teets, what are you doing? And Greg asks, Teets lives less than a mile that way. So I'm like, what are you doing, man? Greg asks, do I like scotch? I do, and I'm smoking some Rich Virginia ribbon by McClelland. It was made for the Chicago Pipe Show. Let's see. Damien's at work. Are you drooling? Mm-hmm. What did I do to my finger? Okay. Story time. Well, I was going to answer about the scotch. I do like scotch. Lafroig and Ardbeg. Love it. How does it pair with espresso? Come on. I don't... Eric's 9th grade teacher was a Teeters. Anyway, this came I cut these on tongs. I got some tongs for my birthday. And, Balvenie. Nice. It's good stuff. I had recently cut my ring finger while cutting some watermelon. This was a couple weeks ago, and that just recently healed. So I've been very careful with my knife skills, and I got a pair of tongs for my birthday, and it was, you know how they affix it to the cardboard packing with the zip ties and everything. You know, you can either just, cut it with a knife or scissors. Well, I cut it with a knife, but I was really trying to be careful with it. But the inner part of the tongs are like super sharp, and they just cut me. It's pretty gross here. I need to change the Band-Aid anyway. It's getting there, but yeah. I know I didn't cut myself with my knife, but the tongs jacked me up. I made that story probably way too long. I'm going to San Antonio this weekend with my wife, and they have some nicer liquor stores there. You know, like some of the bigger, like the Total Wine and the Specs. So, yeah, chain glove, yeah. I'm going to replenish my scotch inventory there, because here, like a bottle of Lafroig 10-year, which is one of my favorites, is like $52. Same with the Ardbeg 10-year. But you can get that for less than $40 at a bigger store. Even more if you pay cash or if it's on special or something. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Cisco! Cisco, what's going on, man? I know. How much is Lafroig 10-year where you're at, Cisco? And good night, Challenger Dart. Doing all right, Cisco. Chocolate milk. Let's see. D-Den, what's up? Island Piper, Mo Fuggers. Yeah. Cisco 70, let's see, $49 advance. Well, that's not, it's about what it runs here. I can find it for $40 elsewhere. Yeah, I'm ranting, Bull. What are you doing, man? I hope you can make it to Nashville. I know you said you're going to be working on the 30th that weekend. If not, I'll have I'll have a shot for you, sir. Mm. So, let's see. Cool. Mofuggers, yeah. Old Voxer group. Still active, with not all of the original members active. We that was like what 3 years ago. We did that. Made a lot of fun stuff. Let's see, he runs around 60. Larry Lars, how you doing, Larry? I don't think I know you. Well, yeah, those scotches, they can get the pricing can vary wildly depending on where you are. Y'all remember the chocolate milk challenge? Was anybody around for that? I know Boontar was. I know Cisco was, and Jamin. Oh, snooze. Oh, yeah. I meant to talk to you about the snooze. Have a good night, Mr. Challenger Dart. And Jeremy Larson. You know, Gup Piper, Mr. Ben Guptill, he did have like this nice 60, 80 bucks at Costco. Wow. Boontar, he was around here. I saw him commenting. Yeah. Ben Piper, Guptill, Mr. Ben Guptill, brother of Big Jake, twin brother of Big Jake, and brother-in-law of Miss Skeeter. He had like a compilation, like the best of. He like compressed it into like 3 to 5 minutes of just pure vomiting nastiness. It was pretty great. Now I think Cousin Stuffy still has it. He still has it posted on his YouTube channel. But yeah, Jimmy's still scarred from that, and William043. I haven't had chocolate milk since then. I might have sipped it once, but I can't have chocolate milk. I think I was voted. I mean, I think I finished third in that, but I was voted. You know, I made the best noise because my vomiting was quite. It was very loud, and I did it just right over there. Kind of put the iPad in the middle of the yard, set up a table. The Wi-Fi wasn't quite as good as it is now. On the wind. It was fun. I still show people that video. Like I showed my in-laws some of that the other day, and it's still like on Cousin Stuffy or William043's channel. Bull. It was great. I've shown my coworkers that, especially the best of montage. That was fantastic. Well, all this talking and the wind is making it hard for me to smoke. And despite the numbers on my YouTube channel and some of the content that I'm able to put out, I'm really, yeah, Stuffy. He dyed his milk blue. I'm still not the best at smoking. My wife got me this glass for Christmas. Got the initial T on there. Got me a set of 4 of these. So, which means 4 people can drink whiskey with me if you're ever at my house. And as I said, I like to add a little bit of water. I like to dilute it a little bit. It's not a... There you go, Cisco. I love these. This is like Glencairn. Let's see. Jeremy's got some Jim Beam Black in his flask next to me. Well, Jeremy, I'm going to salute to all you fellas. I'm going to take a sip. Woo! I like it with the water. That's 5 can drink it, and then 1 can drink from the bottle. Yeah. Yeah, I used to think that well, maybe like the original Jim Beam, like the white label, it's kind of like a mixer or a for shots. But I really like it. I like to sip on it and enjoy the flavor. And when you add a little bit of water, like the Lefroy people, they suggest you add. It's like if you're gonna pour an ounce of whiskey, they say add an ounce of water, and they suggest that like right on the bottle sometimes. They think that's like the best way to enjoy it. Now, of course, do whatever you want. I know Mr. Brian Doran, he is who who maybe aside from Jeremy Larson might have like the biggest, most spectacular seller in all of the YTPC. Oh, let's see. Yeah, your cask strength Lefroy says 2-to-1 water. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. I finished my I finished my bottle. Have I had Maker's Mark? Yes, Luis. Very good whiskey there. I enjoy that. Cisco likes it with an ice spear. Not bad either. Not bad either. I'm a neat kind of guy for the most part, says Jeremy. Yes, Jeremy, you're very neat. No, I know what you mean. It's like I said, some people like people drink whiskey different ways. Some people like to add water to it with ice. Some people drink it straight up or neat. I know Mr. Brian Doran, as I was trying to say, he likes to add, like he'll mix everything with Coke. Maybe not like his $300 bottles of Pappy Van Winkle, but he'll take a $50 bottle of. Oh, and see, Bull's got to get back to work. Well, thanks for hanging out, Bull. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Stop by anytime. But I know Brian Doran will he'll mix, he'll talk about a $100 bottle of whiskey he has and just add it to some, add some Coke to it or add it to some Coke. Enjoy it the way you want to. Yeah, Jamin wish he had half of Brian's old Pappy collection. Yes. Pappy and Coke. Well, you better make sure if you're gonna mix Pappy and Coke, you better have like original Mexican Coke with real sugar. Let's see. So you've had more special occasions than expected for the Lefroy cast drink. Yeah, Jay. You going to bed? Love you. It's my wife. My wife. She was letting the dog out. Jay, I'll tell her later, Jeremy. Which is special occasions. Yeah, I've whenever the mood strikes me, I just like to have some good whiskey. I have not. I don't save it. I actually. Jeremy. What an asshole. I love it. I see you've been going to the gym a lot, Jeremy. Very nice. Yeah, Monday through Friday. Hey, I don't drink when I'm supposed to be working. So I do work night shift, so a lot of times you'll see some of my my videos and pictures. Gotta make them gains. Yeah, man. You'll see. I need to get back on the dieting thing, and Boontar knows I've been kind of on and off this thing with him. We've been trying to eat better, lose some weight. I'm a substantial fella. Swole is the goal, size is the prize. But I'm a substantial fella, and I've lost weight, I've gained weight. I know how to do it, and gonna be doing a lot of the ketogenic, low carb type diet, and gonna try to do some intermittent fasting with that. I recently acquired a smoker. Yeah, the pellet smoker is a help. Yes, that was kind of the thing, Jay, is I wanted to be able to make, like a brisket or some chicken or like some pulled pork and just have that and be like a nice meal that I could eat once a day and and that'd be it. And be able to buy like a 15-pound, like a $15 pork shoulder or a $20 brisket and smoke it and let that be that, and there'll be meals for like a few days for me. It's something that I'll actually want to eat instead of just, working in the kitchen. Sorry. Buzzy Derek is about to make an appearance, so I'm trying to pace myself, but I don't want to get stupid too quick, That's good. That's good. So, let's see. Working the prep skills. I get it. Chug, chug, chug. No, Cisco, I'm not going to do that. See, I still have the beer. So, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing that they tell you not to do, is mix, drink whiskey and drink beer at the same time. Now, after I come back from San Antonio this weekend, this upcoming weekend, probably going to be laying off a lot of the Unleash the Kraken. Yeah, I'm going to lay off a lot of the alcohol. I'm gonna really do some good exercise. I've got a kettlebell. I've got a rowing machine. I'm gonna do all that. I got the home gym or the mariachi. Yeah. So, yeah. There are a lot of mariachi bands in San Antonio. So, yeah, once I get back, tequila. Yeah, once I get back, I'll lay off a little bit of this. But I'm not too worried about the Kraken will make you forget your own name. Now, I've had that stuff. I've had the spiced rum Kraken. I've gotten away from rum in my time. That stuff. I think rum has the effect on me that tequila has on others. So, so I try to, and it's just because it's so sweet and it's so easy to drink that I can go overboard too much. I don't like to do that. I don't like to get too crazy with that. But, yeah, pellet smokers. I've been, even on my first tries, I've been making some great ribs, pulled pork, brisket, chicken, and you can even bake stuff on the smoker. It's really cool. Oh, I did go shopping last night. Now, because I'm kind of laying off any kind of strict dietary stuff, when you buy like regular salmon, yeah, I do need to do that. If you're buying like high-end organic produce, like super healthy, that is expensive. That's like super expensive. You can get a bag of this organic produce, this, and this. You get all the high-end stuff. Before you know it, $150. Now you can get yourself a nice set of, you can get yourself some good meat, some vegetables, a little bit of dairy, a reasonable diet, and you come out, $75, fine. But I went to the store last night and I was buying ice cream and burritos, frozen pizza. I mean, beer. I was loading up the cart. I had like 3 heavy bags of stuff, and it was like $26. And I was like, man, this is so cheap. So, yeah, Jamin, that people have shown interest in some of the stuff that I've been smoking on the grill. So I think for me, that's like a reasonably healthy way to eat, is to eat meat and to eat vegetables, try to avoid carbs, try to avoid sweets, basically like a low carb kind of way of eating. I think most people kind of agree with. Quit eating sugar and quit eating, processed carbs. So, let's see. What do you think about custom tobacco pipes? No worries, please. Well, hello, sir. Thank you. What do I think of custom tobacco pipes? I like them. Here is a custom tobacco pipe that I got from Phil Rivara. Custom tobacco pipes versus, I guess, cobs or... Boontar's like, leave the meat alone. Have some special cake. No, not going to do that, Boontar. Custom pipes versus... or a banana. Yeah, custom pipes versus factory pipes. Both are good. You know, when it comes to custom pipes, you know, you've got something that is handcrafted. It's a piece of art. It's collectible. It can retain its value. And you've got good stem work, which is very important. I got this from Phil Rivara. And I got this from Sparky, Scott Harris. And a lot of the craftsmanship comes in the stem work. The button. Easy to clench. Effortless. They engineer the draft hole to be better. And the only reason I'm not smoking right now is because my tobacco is a little bit too wet, and I'm talking and I'm drinking. So if it were just me sitting here on the porch, not talking to anybody, maybe just watching a YouTube channel, maybe a YouTube video, or watching Game of Thrones, you know, I'd probably be smoking, and I could probably keep it lit without a problem. Tea and Empire, where's the meat? The meat is gone. It has been consumed. I did make last night, you know, 2 racks of ribs, and it's gone. My wife, yeah, no spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil. I hope that people are watching Game of Thrones. For me, for my money, greatest show on TV. Phil makes great pipes. Phil Rivara, and Scott is on your to-get list. Well, I don't even know if he's still making pipes. He's kind of partially retired from that. I haven't seen him making pipes right now. And I think he's out in the mountains with Jason McNary, hiking, you know, living that outdoorsman dream. I don't know. But Scott, I got this pipe from him at the Nashville Pipe Show in 2015. Got a great deal on it, and it's an amazing pipe. And I did not commission this from Phil. I'm sorry about the lighting, but it's nighttime, and I'm outside, and this is the brightest light that I can get. But, have I ever thought about making my own? I have thought about that. And my conclusion was, I'm not going to make my own. Got to catch them off the mountain to make one. Yeah, Sparky, if you're out there, Jamin from Hawaii wants a pipe from you. What am I drinking? Oh yeah, because people are coming in and out. How rude of me. I have got some Jim Beam extra aged that I'm drinking in this Glencairn glass that my wife got for me. Simultaneously, I am drinking some Mars Bringer of War, which is a double IPA by Bell's Brewing out of Michigan. So yes, I'm living dangerously, drinking beer, drinking whiskey, and talking on YouTube. That's crazy. What's up, Lucky? And there's my dog right there. So, yeah. Hello, Joseph. How are you, sir? Glad to have people joining me. I didn't think that I would get more than like 5 people. I have no idea. I didn't think anybody would care. I think I remember seeing Real McCoy Piper. He had like a live stream scheduled for last night. It was like scheduled, but he didn't come on. And I was like, live streaming. That's interesting. I wonder if anybody would watch me. So, some have. Well, what else? What else do we want to talk about? I wish... let's see. You're the mayor, of course we're going to see. Yes, I've been the mayor since Nashville of last year. Speaking of Nashville, Thank you for the segue, Cisco. September 30th in Nashville, Tennessee. Probably at Uptown's Smoke Shop, which is going to be a Saturday. I intend to be there, and I think a lot of people in the YouTube and Instagram pipe community are going to be making stops. They're going to meet up there. I do know that Mr. Boontar Jones is going to be there. I'll be there. I know Old Berg and Smoking Grandpa Bones and Joe Davis and Angela and Eric and Mr. Greg Scott. Mr. Joseph Boyd, he's going to try and make it if he can get his car fixed in time. Well, Joseph, that's in 2 months. And I hope you have your car fixed before then, because you need a car. You need to have a car to go around. Gotta ask, day off. Yes, I work an odd schedule. It's like 2 days on, 2 days off, and I work at night. So this is kind of like this is like a Sunday afternoon for me, if you want to get technical, because I do go back to work. Let's see. Yeah, I go back to work this, I guess now it's Wednesday night. I'll be back to work for Wednesday and Thursday night. And I'll be off this weekend, taking my wife to San Antonio, Texas. We're going to stay in a castle. Well, an old mansion that was built in 1894. It became a bed and breakfast. Now it's like a wedding venue, but on days when they're not having any weddings, they throw it up on Airbnb. So I'll be staying there. Maybe I'll make some video from the castle. Maybe I'll hang out in the parlor or the library I don't know. Probably not. I'm just wanting to get a nice weekend in with my wife away from here. Not that this place is bad. The dungeon. Yeah. It's not that old, Cisco. It's not like a medieval castle. It was built around the turn of the century in 1900. In San Antonio. I mean, they're not a huge place. It's not like I think we need a Hey, We're Talking from there. Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's see. If you could request a custom tobacco pipe, what would you want in a pipe? Well, I have had custom tobacco pipes that I've ordered. And really what I like, what's most important is smoking quality and quality materials. And what I usually do is if I'm ordering like a custom pipe from somebody, I just give them like a basic guideline. Maybe I want your interpretation of like an acorn shape or an apple shape, or I had Tom, from the Peruvian Piper. I forget his last name, but I just gave him Tom Correll. Yeah, I knew Jeremy would know it. Tom Correll. I gave him carte blanche. Do whatever, man. I gave him. He had a price that he was charging. I paid his price and gave him time, and he made me a nice blasted billiard, and it's one of the best smoking pipes that I have. So that's really all I want. If as far as aesthetics, it's a personal thing. Whatever you want whatever you're looking for in a pipe, it's all personal taste. But what I really like, what I'm looking for in any pipe is good stem work, good smoking quality, and quality materials. So yeah. Hey, we're talking. Yeah, if anybody has not subscribed, or if you're not watching or listening to Hey, We're Talking, it's a podcast that I do with Bob and Scott, both former members of the YouTube pipe community. You might remember Scott as the Ramblin' Scotsman and Bob as Bob Wick. Let's see. He makes really good pops. Him and JD smoking pipes. Yes, JD poking pipes. Jeremy got us on iTunes and YouTube. Thanks for watching, Jeremy. I do appreciate that. We are kind of slowly building up our base, and I think we've expanded to Stitcher. And Bob told me that he's putting our podcast everywhere, but we're on YouTube. Search Hey We're Talking, and we're on iTunes. JP Urquiza. Yeah, I met JP Urquiza in Nashville a couple years ago. He's a good pipe artisan as well. There's so many great pipe carvers out there. Phil Rivara, Sparky. There's so many out there that there's just no way to Paul's Pipe. Yeah, you just look up artisan pipes on Instagram and you'll find so many out there. They're wonderful. Phil Rivara. Yeah, everything Phil makes is awesome. Check out the podcast. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just out there. Hey, we're talking. We're just trying to be silly, trying to be funny, spread a little funniness, a little positivity, a little humor. That's all. That's all you can ask for. And of course, that's what I try to do on this channel here, my little corner of the internet. You know, I guess I've been on for like 3 years now, and made a lot of great friends. Some of my best friends in all the world have come from YouTube, the YouTube pipe community and Instagram. It's changed my life for the better. I mean, it's been great, and just the fact that I can sit on my back porch, pour a beer, pour a whiskey, light up a pipe, and just start talking about whatever. It's pretty awesome. And Cisco, there's Cisco there, one of my oldest friends on YouTube, and Jamin. And I do appreciate everybody Jamin, I thank you for checking out Hey We're Talking. Bob said, Bob's been telling me I'm the talent, guys. I'm not the behind the scenes marketer of anything. I'm just the diva. I go on, and they're the ones that are coming up with everything, but we're going to come out with logos and swag and all kinds of stuff in the future. We're going to come up with some it's going to be neat. We're trying to be like a legitimate kind of show. Whoa. Sorry. So I do appreciate all my friends here and all, yeah. Fucking Theon. Hey, no spoilers, Boontar. Game of Thrones. Yeah. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, guys, this is what you need to do. If you never have, get HBO Now or HBO Go. Snape kills Dumbledore. Yes. Get you that subscription to HBO. You can download a mobile app, and you don't have to have cable. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to subscribe on your cable at all. You can just subscribe directly to HBO. I think it's like $10 or $15 a month. And Frodo killed Darth Vader. Eric, stop it. What do you think? A straight wood non-filter pipe versus having tips? I don't go for the filters. But yeah, we're having a good time in the comments section. You can have a free month trial every couple of years. Yeah, get you HBO. There is Game of Thrones, which is the best show on television, but there's also Silicon Valley and Ballers. I gotta get caught up on the new season of Ballers. I think they got Curb Your Enthusiasm and Veep, and there's so many other shows. The Sopranos, Westworld. Westworld's a good one. Yeah. There's so much great stuff. Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. Well, I'm not gonna. If you haven't seen the 1999 blockbuster The Sixth Sense, well then, with the twist ending, yes, Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. Also, kids, I got some news about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Westworld is awesome. But if we get... the Kilted Piper says, if we watch all those shows when we have time to watch videos, well, YouTube videos, and Sex in the City. Well, here's the thing. Get you a month or two of HBO, binge watch everything, and then you can catch up with my videos. That's fine. I only put out like a video or two every week, it seems. Or I guess this live stream. It looks like I've been on for 15 minutes. So. What you doing, Lucky? This dog is so old. He's about to turn 14 years old. He's a good dog, but he craps in the house like every day now. He cannot control it. So, fortunately, we have like vinyl and tile, so... Jeremy and Eric are going at it in the comments section. Wants to go watch Sex in the City. I have not seen Sex in the City. I guess I could since I have access to HBO. But I need to watch. Here's the way. I need to watch The Wire. I need to restart Oz. And probably need to watch Deadwood. I think that's kind of like a classic HBO show. And Sopranos. Like, I haven't seen like all of the Sopranos. I think I started watching it, but I haven't seen it. I just get so busy. Deadwood is cool. Yeah. That's the show where the guy's he's like, he calls everybody a cocksucker, right? That's I think Boontar linked a video of like every single instance in that show where the guy called somebody a cocksucker. It was pretty funny. An old yeah. Hey, Boontar with the not really spoilers, but yeah. References to this last episode of Game of Thrones. The Wire's a good show, pretty realistic. Yeah, I bet it is. I've heard it's, like a modern masterpiece. I really love Game of Thrones. It's a good one. Hey, it's Danny Black. What's going on, man? Are you in California now? I know you're trekking your way to the West Coast. Danny Black, great singer, cruise ship performer, lives in Australia. He's been on a tour. Oh, he's in Oregon. Nice. We'll get you some of that nice beer that you can get in Oregon. I had some Deschutes beer just this last night, which is from Bend, Oregon. Very good. I have so many shows that I need to watch that I have not gotten to. There's stuff on Netflix. Love you too, man. There's so much stuff on Netflix that I haven't got to. Deschutes Black Butte Porter is one of the first craft beers that I ever tried, and I didn't like it. I don't really like porters because it's like a stout, but it's like super thin. I don't like porters. I like a heavy, high gravity, boozy stout. That's what I like. But I appreciate having a good quality porter to kind of, it helps. Yeah, Danny's been drinking. I like to have I like to have a good quality beer that I know is good quality, and if I don't like it, that's okay, because Arya would drink the shit out of that beer. Yes, she would. And then she'd kill you. Oh man. Boontar is not spoiling Game of Thrones, but he's making a lot of references. Arya looks like Quasimodo. I don't know. I mean, Yeah, I can see that. I can see where you'd see that. Boy, I wonder who's gonna kill the mountain this if he's gonna die this year or if it's gonna be next season. I wonder who's gonna do it. Any theories? Any theories? Anybody? Who's gonna kill the mountain from Game of Thrones? It's probably gonna be his brother, the Hound. I would imagine. So it's empty, guys. Mars, the bringer of war, double IPA. Yeah. Jeremy's like, Ned Stark's coming back as a White Walker, and he's gonna kill the mountain. So that bird. Yeah. So what Danny's referencing is when I did the the Black Arrow. When I would do the podcast, I would do it out here, and there was always birds chirping. So I'm trying to do this professional quality podcast, but I got a bird chirping in the background. Well, I recorded in the back bedroom now, but that still doesn't stop the dogs from barking, and I don't have a studio, guys. I'm not a professional. So oh well. It just adds to the atmosphere of hey, we're talking. I'm gonna add a little bit more whiskey to the Glencairn glass. He's going to die of a massive heart attack. That's Boontar's prediction of the mountain. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in Game of Thrones die of natural causes. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but people are always dying by dragon fire, and they're being killed by swords and axes and things. And but it's a great show. Probably eats too much meat. Let's see. It can be quiet outside until I step out on the lanai to record a video. Then the birds always start, and Master Amon. The lanai. The lanai. What's the lanai? Is poison a natural cause? No. I don't have a lanai, Mr. Kilted Piper. I have a porch or a patio. Yeah, you're in Hawaii. Yeah, I figured. I want to go to Hawaii. I would like to visit Hawaii, and I've been, from what I understand, is the best island to visit Kauai. It's what we call a balcony. Okay, is Kauai a good island? Daenerys can kill me anytime, if you know what I mean. And the Kilted Piper says yes. And Jamin is also from Hawaii. Are y'all unaware of each other's existence? Have I just connected two people? Kauai is good if you want to relax. Well, nobody goes to Hawaii to work. If you take a vacation to Hawaii. We all need to go visit Jamin. Yeah, I would visit you, Jamin. Probably visit Elliot if I could. What island is he on? Is he on, what island is Elliot on? Is he on, Oahu? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely visit you guys. And then I would go to, I'd go to Kauai. But y'all can come with. Kilted Piper's on Oahu. Well, Jamin is a cop. And he will arrest you if you speed. We're going to try that this year. All right. Oh, did I add water? Make sure I add water. Oahu. Well, everybody's on Oahu. Wahoo! I'm in West Texas. See you next time. First God, good to see you, Derek. Good night, fellas. Thank you, Luis. Thank you for visiting. Kilted Piper lives near Pearl Harbor. That's cool. I've heard that Oahu is like the more expensive island to visit if you want to go like on a vacation. I've heard I've heard Maui used to be like the good one, but then now it's all just commercialized. But Kauai's like still a relaxing one. I've also heard the Big Island is pretty cool. And yes, everything is expensive there. Yes, I understand. I did like a few years ago. I had this idea that I could move to Hawaii and embrace that kind of and just move out there. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse, and yes, Cisco, we're gonna go crash it at Jamin's house. Big Island and Kauai are the most relaxing. More tourists. Yeah, we would. I've always kind of thought it'd be cool to move out there. I know that I could get my RN transferred out there, but I can't leave. I mean, I got a nice little setup. Oahu and Maui are more touristy, and No Worries Please is up in Arkansas. Nice. My little brother used to live in Little Rock, and I visited him back right before I got married to my wife. Later, Danny. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. I got to visit Little Rock for about a couple weeks. It's cool. My little brother did marry a young lady from Little Rock who turned out to be crazy, and then they divorced, and she is crazy. And so it's always kind of like a toss-up between my ex-wife and his ex-wife as who is the who rules the 7 kingdoms of Hawaii? Cersei does. Kilted Piper used to live up in the Jonesboro area, but there's way too many mosquitoes there. And Obama rules Hawaii. Yeah. And we're all welcome. We're all welcome. I'm going to catch a boat out to Oahu, and I'm just going to stay with Jamin. He's just going to put me up in his room. Cisco, have a good night, sir. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you've popped in and out or you're here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I just, it's cool. Thought it'd be fun to visit. Mosquitoes is the Arkansas state bird. And Jonah 7 Fur graduated. Well, everybody is from Hawaii, apparently. I've never been, but a place that I have been that has has got a huge mosquito problem. I spent all of 2002 in Alaska. And summer of 2002, that whole month, that month of summer that we had, where it got up into like 80 degrees. There were so many. Good time there. Never seen a live YouTube video. Cool, what's up? Good to see you. Well, hello, Ernie. Nice to see you too. Welcome to my live video. And what podcast do I listen to? And I've never seen another person smoke a pipe on this island. Kilted Piper, you've got so many smokers, it seems. There's tons of them out there. I don't listen to any other podcast, but the one I do, Louisiana, they will carry you away with your pet. Well, let me tell you about Alaska. There was a time where it was like June, July. It was actually kind of summery, a little bit warm in Alaska, and the mosquitoes were everywhere. I was also working the night shift. I was in the Air Force. And before I could go to sleep, I had to go mosquito hunting in the room because there was just no way to kill it. I had to wait for them to land on the walls, and then I would kill them with the swatter or with my hand. But it would take like an hour to kill like dozens and dozens of mosquitoes. So it was pretty crazy. So I've never ever in my life, before then or since, seen more mosquitoes in a single place. They were just crazy. And it was Alaska. Who knew? Oahu has a pipe club, HIPC 808. Hit him up. Guys, Kilted Piper. Hey, hang out with Jamin. I mean, Oahu, I know it's a small island, but it's not that small. but it's fairly large. It's kind of big. There's a lot of people. Well, that's cool. Kilted Piper, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you make videos? I'm sorry, I don't get to watch tons of videos when I'm out here. Started to. Well, I'll look you up and try to sub. I just have a hard time keeping track of everybody. Dickie's Barbecue. This is my like 64-ounce water cup. Not real barbecue, by the way. It's a big chain. If you're not aware, they don't make that great of barbecue. All right, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope I was entertaining enough, or I hope the chat was. Probably the chat's been more entertaining than me. I'm just sitting here talking, petting my dogs, talking to you guys. That's what we do. That's what I'm doing here. Let's see. I'll be doing the pipe, kilt, beard videos. Kilt videos, I'm afraid. I'm a little afraid. And Ernie says he's been enjoying seeing the barbecues. Yeah, I've seen you on Instagram. Yes, I've got my smoker over there, my pellet grill. You wear a kilt almost every day? Well, I don't. What do you do for a living, Kilted Piper? Are you able to wear a kilt to your job? Let's see. I hate mosquitoes or any bloodsuckers at that. X's. Word. Media. You're in the media. So you're the weatherman, right? Are you a weatherman? I guess you could wear a kilt as the weatherman for Hawaii. That's got to be the easiest job in the world. Be a weatherman for Hawaii. Guys, it's going to be rainy. You're a news videographer. Cool. That's cool. I'm a nurse. So I don't do news videography, although it's cool. But I love my job, and I hope you love your job because it's cool. I also teach CPR. Nice. I know CPR, and I have done it. It's fun. It's not fun. Anyway. I work in a small rural hospital about 20 miles to the west. I oversee the emergency room and the med-surg floor. I'm the nighttime charge nurse and am basically the house supervisor at night. And CPR is a skill that everyone should have. And here I'll tell everybody, and this is, if you happen across a person who's passed out and doesn't have a pulse, at least do compressions. Ernie asks, what's your favorite pipe tobacco currently? Turned me on to Bothy Flake, and I really dig it. Yes, Bothy Flake is awesome. Bothy Flake is awesome, and if you're doing CPR, do compressions only. Don't worry about breathing. Just do compressions if you're worried. It's easiest when they don't resist. Yes. So my favorite pipe tobacco currently, I would say, is Chatham Manor, which is a kind of a burley blend from Pipes and Cigars. Thank you for being there for the people, brother. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just here to have fun. I've never really claimed to be an expert or, like a subject matter expert. I'm just kind of putting my experiences out there. I like Chatham Manor. I like Doubloon d'Oro by Savinelli, if you can get it aged. McClellan's 5100 is a great Virginia, a straight Virginia that you can have. Sam Gowith Full Virginia tastes like sugar bread to me. That's probably I have a bunch of Full Virginia Flake that I'm waiting to age a little bit. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do fresh Virginias. I cannot. They are way too fresh for me. I can't do it. They're too just they bite and they stink. My favorite now is Dunhill My Mix 965 for some reason. Well, that's good because this is an equivalent of Dunhill My Mixture 965. This is Father Dempsey by Kramer's Tobacco. Full Virginia Flake from 2012. Awesome. Good. You the man. Thanks, Boontar. An Artful Contra. Ben! Guess my favorite blend. Look at this guy. Thinks I can get past Velvet. 5100 Red Cake is good, fresh, and aged. And Kilted Piper wants to try. Yes, but even 5100 Red Cake is a little bit aged, even when it's fresh. Da Mayor. Thanks, Boontar. One of my besties right there, Mr. Boontar Jones. And the expert. Yes, Boontar is the expert. So, how you doing, Alec? I know you were on a little bit earlier. I should be. I haven't been smoking. It's fun to smoke, but it's a little bit more fun to drink. So, anyway. But let's see. Quiet Nights is good. I've been trying to get some Cabby's mixture. What's better, Cabby's or Bothy? Well, I mean, they're two different ones. Those are two different tobaccos. Bothy Flake is kind of like a Latakia Virginia blend with some Scotch whiskey. It's excellent. And Cabby's is a Virginia Perique. Also excellent. I mean, gun to my head, I guess I would probably go with Cabby's. But if you want like a good Latakia blend, you're not really going to get much better than Cabby's. Maybe Magnum Opus or Quiet Nights or Balkan Blue. Oh, I'm the expert. I thought Kyle was the expert. Sorry. So many inside jokes. Boontar and I have many inside jokes, and I'm glad he got over his spoiling of Game of Thrones. Ever had Elizabethan mixture? Yes, that is pretty good. Virginia Perique, not my favorite, but I want to let it get a little bit of age on it before I go back to it. But I have a fair amount in my cellar. I do like that one. I like it. I don't love it. I'm not gonna kick it out of bed for eating crackers or anything, but you know, it's pretty good. You know, I have a hard time distinguishing tobaccos, you know, so if you gave me fresh Escudo versus fresh Elizabethan mixture, I don't know if I'd ever know. Let's see. Okay, Kilted Piper and Jamin, they found each other on YouTube. Now that's interesting. There's pipe smokers on Oahu that are like unaware of each other. Now I know that it's fairly large and there's a lot of people, so I mean I get that. Is there a brick and mortar pipe shop on Oahu, you guys? I don't even know. Is Chatham kind of like Carter Hall? Yes. It is Russoulette's, only a million. And what's a good first pipe tobacco? Frogmorton Cellar and Chatham Manor are good first tobaccos. Okay, not really. They call themselves one. Yeah. So you're probably getting most of your tobacco online. Let me see. What did I say? Speaking of tobacco, fucking Theon. Hey! I'm losing my train of thought here. I've got a little bit of Jim Beam on the brain. Tobaccos of Hawaii is the only one we have other than head shops. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, so just order online, I guess. So it's probably hard to hook up with other pipe smokers. a good first tobacco, Chatham Manor. It is like Carter Hall. It is Russ Ouellette's take on Carter Hall, and they sell it on pipesandcigars.com. You can get like a 12-ounce tub of it for like 27, 28 bucks. 22 if it's on sale, and it's good. It's basically a all-day smoke. It behaves well, moisture level's just right, and you can smoke it in the car. It's like one of the few that you can, like without having to dry it out or anything. I can load up a cob with some Chatham Manor and like actually smoke it in my car and keep it lit. Unlike this stuff, Rich Virginia by the Chicago Pipe Club, which is made by McClellan's. This stuff is like super moist. Smoking in public is difficult now with all the new laws. A few years ago, smoking in parks and beach. I bet all the cool places to go are, the laws are very progressive, and they outlaw a lot of fun. So, yeah. So public smoking, yeah, it's hard to do that. And would imagine in places like the beaches of California and Florida and Hawaii, they get onto you for smoking anything. Cigarettes or pipes or cigars. What you doing, Lucky? You doing all right, buddy? Yeah, you doing all right. So, well, what else? I'm going to take another sip of whiskey. Another meetup, yeah. That's cool. Kilted Piper and Island Piper. And there's actually a few others who are living in or are from Hawaii watching. Because it's like past midnight here. I figured California and Hawaii or Oregon would be, Washington State. Probably the only people where the normal people are still awake. I apologize if you're on the East Coast or the Midwest. Because, well, I work at night. Let's see. I must be off work tomorrow. Well, I go in tonight. I go in Wednesday night to work, Ben. I will be working, but I'm off tonight right now. If you smoke in public, I will burn you alive. More references to Game of Thrones. What's the next? A pipe event I'm going to? Well, it's not really a pipe event. I mean, it's a meetup. I'm going to try to... I've mentioned that in Nashville on September 30th, I'm going to try to meet up at the Uptown Smoke Shop with people, YouTube and Instagram. Sorry. I hit the table. I'm trying to get a little meetup going on September 30th. There's a lot of people in the Nashville, in that regional area that are going to be going to meet up with me on September 30th. I'm sure I've mentioned the date. And then the following weekend in Dallas is the first annual Texas Pipe Show. I may go to that. I may go to that too. May not buy much because I will have just spent 2 weeks in Nashville hanging out, and I imagine I'm going to be hanging out with people and smoking and drinking and going to restaurants. I mean, I can't bring my smoker with me, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of home cooking at my brother's apartments, but I may just pop into that Texas Pipe Show on October, I think it's 6th or 7th. Let's see. You need to do something like that here in Colorado. Well, in Colorado, yeah, where tobacco is probably frowned upon. Tobacco is trending down and marijuana is trending up. And for the record, well, not for the record, off the record, if it were legal here in Texas, I'd sample it. You know, the marijuana. But as it is currently illegal, I will not be smoking it. And a little fun fact about Derek Tant, I've never had any illicit substances. Nope. I've been kind of, had fairly strict upbringing, stayed away from the illicit substances, never tried the weed or the cocaina or the LSD or anything like that. But here in my local area, the big thing is meth, and I'm definitely not going to try that. I value my job too much. Leaving all your money at Nashville titty bars. Come on, Boontar. I'm not going to do that. I've never been to a titty bar either. You think I'm probably lived a sheltered existence. I've had plenty of opportunity to go to strip clubs and titty bars, but I kind of feel like it is not a good idea. It's big business here. Yeah, probably the... Yeah. I've been told that, well, edibles, maybe not that great. I know people who are like, they get sick on that. So smoking is the way to go as far as the marijuana. Smoke it, don't eat it. I don't know. Any experts out there? Any experts on marijuana out there? Are you going to tell me what's the... I don't know. I don't care. For me, alcohol is my mind bender of choice. And my preferred method of consumption is... Oh, Mr. Kilted Piper is an eater. All right, Mr. Edible. Nice. A medical user. Nice. What's your affliction, sir? What diagnoses are you... Yeah, I value my teeth, so I don't do meth. Yeah. Migraines. I've heard that does wonders for migraines. Tewksbury closes and weed shops open. Yes. Yes. Tewksbury, of course, home of Hobbit's weed. That is being forced out of business, but yet you got your weed shops. So, yeah, that's the day. That's the times that we live in. Everything in moderation. Oh yeah. But can you really do meth or crack or heroin in moderation? Aren't those drugs pretty much the first time you try it, you're addicted? Al Gibbs, hi, I just found your channel 5 minutes ago. I had to ask, maybe you can help Corn Cop. Oh, Al, I missed your question. Can you repeat it? And yes, those other ones are good. Tewksbury, yeah, marijuana is good for all kinds of medical stuff. And Tewksbury is a tobacco brick and mortar shop that was in Denver, Colorado. I think it was in Denver. They had a blend called Hobbit's weed, very popular around the world, but they had to shut down due to impending federal regulations. They're closing. No, they closed. They are done. They closed last year, I do believe. Al Gibbs, I missed. You wrote a long comment question. I did not. The stuff disappears, so I cannot see it because the way it appears up and then it fades away. So I was unable to read it. So I think you asked something about. You said that you just found my channel 5 minutes ago, and you think you asked a question about corn cobs, but it disappeared. So, and I apologize, sir, but I've been sipping on the devil's, the devil's whiskey. I don't know what they call it. I've been sipping on Jim Beam. Okay, I've been sipping on Jim Beam. I'm not like fully intoxicated. But I found like that nice little buzzy area, a little area. Corn cob pipes are good. Yes, Boontar. They're very good. I am a fan. let's see. I don't know. Corncob pipe will get you the flavors as well as a briar. Yes. Do I have to buy an expensive briar to enjoy the flavors? Cheers from Montreal. No fancy pipes required. Yes! Get you a nice corncob pipe. Just a few bucks. And you're good to go. You don't have to drop hundreds and hundreds of loonies and toonies on briar pipes. Just get a cob. And yes, as Boontar said, some people love them. Some people prefer them. Must have missed the heroin, the meth and heroin part when I sent that. Yeah, well, you're welcome, Al, and glad to have you in from. I'm trying to pronounce it correctly, Montreal. As a Texan, I'd call it Montreal, but I think the Canadian pronunciation is Montreal. Right on. Yeah, I'm a West Texas country bumpkin, but I'm a global guy, so I know. So I'm trying to be, but don't ask me to say Melakalikimaka. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but I'm trying to be global. I'm trying to be a world traveler. What do you think of a radiator pipe? Thinking of buying the Morgan setup. That is great. Yeah, Melakalikimaka. Yeah, the radiator bones. The radiator pipe. I have one. I love it, and I have the Morgan. I have the Morgan Bones pipe. It's amazing. You should get it. Check the Aristocob channel. Yes, Aristocob will tell you all about cobs, and he will sell you cobs. Yeah, Scott Markwood is like this. He's like a Renaissance man. He's I think he's like a salesman. He's like a salesman instructor. So he goes all over the country, teaches people how to sell things, but he also goes to restaurants. So he's like a foodie, but he also has his own website where he sells corncob pipes. So check him out. He's a good guy. He sells cob pipes at aristocob.com. But yes, that's the thing about pipe smoking. Pipe smoking, you don't have to get you a fancy. Try this one. Haoli Makahiki Howl. Happy New Year. I don't know. It disappeared. I just spoke it out really fast. I don't know. Don't make fun of me. I probably screwed it up. Yeah. Corncob pipes are a great way to enjoy the hobby. You don't have to have like a handmade briar pipe to enjoy good tobacco. A corncob pipe will do you just fine. It's gonna be awesome. It doesn't have to be. There's a lot of pretension. There's a lot of snobs. I've only lived here 17 years. Still having a hard time pronouncing it. Well, if you're not Hawaiian, well, thanks, Jamin. I guess I pronounced the Happy New Year okay. I can't even remember what I said. It's gone. It's in the ether. I don't even remember anymore. But pipe smoking can be enjoyed with a corncob pipe and a very cheap bulk blend, or you can buy $500, better than most tourists. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You can enjoy it with a $500 pipe and fancy aged tobaccos, or you can have like Carter Hall and a corn cob. It's okay. However you want to enjoy this hobby you can do it. I'm in the ether. Thanks, Ben. If you're starting off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can start off with a corncob pipe and like Carter Hall. And I've heard of people, that's all they want. Will, what are you doing? Glad you're there, man. Corncob pipe, Carter Hall. They love it. That's all you need. And that's people's blend. Some people, they have one pipe and one blend. That's all they smoke ever. That's all they need. Some people, like me, I like to have different pipes, and I like to have... Derek, you can't scroll back on the chat. Boontar, I'm on my iPad, man. I don't know how to do that. This is like my first time, and every time I click on the chat, every time I click on, there's no way for me to scroll back. I'm on my iPad, so I can't go back and read. So for everybody that's typing, it gets like a really tiny little message on the corner there. I can read it, but it fades away within a few seconds. So if you ask a quick question, I'll be able to read it because I have the iPad kind of far away. Or if you type something. Okay, here's one you will need to pronounce when you visit. Kama Aina. Kama Aina. Is that all right? Kilted Piper? Kama Aina. I mean, I'm gonna pronounce it. I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Starting off, I'd recommend a corncob pipe and spend the money on tobacco that you like, and then experiment. Kilted Piper says I did it okay. Alec and Scott, yeah. William 043. Scott from Aristocob smokes Lane 1Q almost exclusively. Always ask for Kama Aina discounts. Well, I'm going to do that. Perfect. I'm from Hawaii! Who knew? Oh, Jesus. That means you live here. Like I said, I wouldn't mind living there. I've got family and a job. Have you ever tried Cult Blood Red Moon? It's like smoking a cherry blossom, so you don't pay tourist fees. All right. I have not had Cult Blood Red Moon, but I do have a tin of it. At least I think I have a tin of it somewhere. I have not cracked it open. I can't talk now. And I would love to be a tourist in Hawaii. I said I'm going to San Antonio this weekend, and now I've been kind of thinking that I need to take my wife to like London or Scotland or Ireland. That's Alec's top cherry blend. I've heard it's good. I know that's Jay Dagner's very favorite. What do you think, guys? If I was to take my wife to Europe in like a couple of years, maybe for like a week or two, where should we go? London? Scotland? Or Ireland? I'm just trying to get ideas. London, Scotland, or Ireland? I'm kind of thinking. Let's see. I wanted to go to Scotland. Haven't been there since a small child. You've been to Scotland and Hawaii. You lucky scumbag. No, I'm just kidding. I kind of think Scotland or Ireland is probably where I should go. Take her, but they're all good. You were born in Scotland. Well, I didn't mean to insult you. Where at in Scotland? Hobbit's Weed. Let's see. Ireland all the way. Of course, London has the Peaches. Yes. I could visit the Peaches and Jonathan Want if I went to London. Scotland is cheaper than London for sure. Well, that plays into it quite a bit. Near St. Andrews. Well, I don't know where St. Andrews is, but I do know that there'd be a lot of cool people to visit if I went to London. I did take that into consideration. My wife may not be too big on visiting people. She's visited quite a bit of YouTube pipe community folks. She loves you guys, but I think she'd rather have the time for vacation. Boontar says Poland. No, I don't speak Polish. And I think Jonathan Want is east of London as well. Scotland. Scotland is awesome. Edinburgh is an amazing city. I was going to say Edinburgh, but it's not Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh. If you like Scotch, Scotland is your nirvana. Yes, I want to go to the island of Isla, I-S-L-Y, I-S-L-A-Y. Go to the Lafroig and the Ardbeg distillery. Explore that place. Those are my favorite whiskeys of all time. Westeros. Yes, and Westeros is in Ireland. That's where they film a lot of it. Good night to No Worries Please. Thank you, sir. And Al Gibbs says Lagavulin, located right in between Lafroig and Ardbeg. So yes, I need to go. Dublin, for 2 words. Boontar, let's hear them. Let's hear those 2 words. Guinness Brewery or Nightcap. That's not a Peterson. Guinness and Peterson, yeah. Yes. I've heard that people go to Dublin, like they spend like a day in Dublin, and then they rent a car and they drive around the Emerald Isle, go into like the little towns and just check out the place. I would be all for it. And they speak English, which is a pro for me. I mean, I know they speak English everywhere, but I don't know. I figure if I'm gonna pop into Europe, might as well go to English-speaking countries first on my first trip, and then if we go on a second trip, maybe we'll pop into like Italy and like meet with the Pope. Because I could meet with the Pope, right? I'll be like, oh, the mayor's here, guys. Just tell Francis I'm here to meet with him. And they're like, oh, yes, of course. Here's a waffle while you wait. I don't know. I'm sure that my popularity in the YouTube pipe community is not going to carry any weight with the Pope. And I'm not even Catholic. That's the thing. I'm a Protestant. I mean, I believe in Jesus, but I don't believe in priests. You know, like they priests. You know, so I don't know. I don't think that's gonna get me anywhere. But I still want to go to the Vatican. There's a lot of history there, and I want to see the 16 chapels that they have there. I guess there's 16 of them. I guess Michelangelo built 14 or 15 out of these 16 chapels that they have. Of course, I'm kidding. I know it's Sistine. Let's see. Priests are real, man. I saw one once. Yeah. There's an HBO series, The New Pope. That's creepy. That was a weird show. It's pretty good. But, yeah. I don't know where to go from there. I don't know what that bit was about, but I don't know. I doubt the priest is going to want to hang out with a Texan nurse who smokes pipes and likes to drink a lot of whiskey. So, sorry, Pope Francis. You're lost, dude. I don't know. Say something smart. No, I don't do that. Will. How you doing, man? It's 1 in the morning. What are you doing? You have an ancestor that is a saint, and that's as close as I get. They tell me that in my lineage that we had, like, Catholic, like somebody in my lineage was a Catholic priest, and when he was in Ireland, he broke, like he damaged like a sacred relic, and he decided to leave Ireland because he was disgraced. He was a disgraced priest. And William is cooking beans. Well, there you go. That's a great reason to be up at 1 in the morning. Is it a work night, Will? It's 8 in the morning here, says Din Din. Where you at? Where you at, Din Din? Are you in Sweden or something? That sounds like 7 hours ahead. It's boom! I guessed right. Woo! And Al, it's 2 in the morning, so you're on the East Coast. It's a work night, Will. It's a work night, and you're up cooking beans. Well, I thank you for joining me. I hope I don't keep you up too late. I'm going to try. Haven't tried smoking this in about an hour and a half. This is a Phil Rivara horn slash Zulu slash I don't even know. It looks better in the light. Saint Margaret, the only saint from Scotland, was my 6th great-grandmother. So you're like a direct descendant of Saint Margaret? She's not like an aunt or anything? I'm watching you to help me fall asleep. Well, I appreciate that, Will. That means a lot. You know, that's funny. Well, I'm going to try to look up St. Margaret. Good coffee in Sweden. Yeah, I think the Scandinavian coffee style is getting real popular. They don't like to roast too dark. My great grandma, my 7 great grandmother was the oldest sister of Davy Crockett. So Davy Crockett's my great uncle. That's the only real claim to fame that I have. Thanks, Ancestry.com. Appreciate you bringing that to light. Direct descendant of 14 Scottish and 18 English kings. Well, Kilted Piper. From Scotland and now living in Hawaii in news videography. You the man. What if you fell asleep during the live stream and somebody has got footage, lineage from Scotland or from Austria. I'm as low life as you get. Yeah, you weed smoking scumbag. I have migraines. I smoke weed. No, I'm kidding. No, we have a lot of people come in for migraines. Yeah, we treat a lot of migraines in the old emergency room. I'm buying a couple of tins on 4 noggins, and you're the background. Very pleasing, I must say. Well, thank you, Al. Yeah, I think 4 noggins is the only one of the major websites that ships over to Canada. So, well, I think their owner is very politically inflammatory. Normally have 3 to 4 a week and end up in the ER at least once each month. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I do hope, sincerely, that the marijuana does help and can help get you out of the emergency room. Yeah, we do treat a lot of migraines, and I know it's rough. There have been people that we treat a lot. Even some of the nurses that I've worked with, I've had to start IVs and give them some like Nubane or Stadol just to get them to come down from their migraines. So yeah, I've never had one myself, and I'm glad I have never had a migraine, but I don't wish to ever have one. And that's why I drink whiskey and smoke pipe tobacco, because they prevent them, I think. I don't know. It does a lot. As long as I use the edibles each night, I'm down to one every couple weeks. Well, there you go. I mean, you get to get high. You get to get high and prevent some migraines. I mean, that's a win-win. So, I mean, and you live in Hawaii. So you have the greatest life in the world, I would imagine. You get to get high in Hawaii to prevent your... sorry, guys. I got to get high to prevent my migraine. Give me that weed brownie. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make light of your migraine. I know that it's got to be hell. Just can't buy it here yet. Well, soon, man. I know Hawaii's progressive. Hawaii, eventually, all over the U.S., they're going to allow it. And in July of 2018, it's going to be legal over here. Montreal, Canada. I didn't even know that. Now, Canada is like the worst. They hate. It's been legal for 17 years, but no dispensaries open yet. Yeah. You know, Canada, they're the most oppressive against pipe tobacco. And see, I hate that. I mean, I hate that. I mean, I like that these different governments are being more progressive with things like marijuana. They're recognizing their benefit with treating illnesses. They treat nausea. They help with cancer and migraine, glaucoma, all these different things. And so they're allowing them to be used as medical treatments. And a lot of states here in the United States have just openly legalized them outright. I think Oregon and Colorado, you know, yeah, $36 for 50 grams of Dunhill. Yeah, so for, Canada, you're about to legalize marijuana, but yet tobacco, pipe tobacco, is looked down, as like this evil thing, like we're cigarettes or something. $36 for 50 grams of Dunhill? That's ridiculous. You can get that for $10 anywhere online. And no goddamn aromatics. Yeah, can't have aromatics because they think they're marketed for kids. Would do a lot better for states in regards to taxes. And yeah, I mean, I can't walk into a brick and mortar shop and buy any tobacco because it's too expensive. There's only like a handful of states that have good prices on these. There's like a few websites that originate in a few states. Owning a gun is a pain. Yeah, at least not here. Not here in Texas. Guns are legal. I mean, in the United States, guns are legal. It's not a problem to have one. But yeah, taxes suck. So there's only like a handful of online places, and I think they're east, like in the Carolinas or Pennsylvania, where they're tax friendly, like websites where you can buy tobacco at a reasonable price. So smokingpipes.com, Pipes and Cigars, Four Noggins, or Cup of Joe's. These are just a few of the places that you can go, like tobaccopipes.com, and get good good prices. Boontar likes turtles. If you're referring to something, I'm afraid I don't even know. Did I say something? I don't even know. It's a beautiful Tuesday night / Wednesday morning here in West Texas. I'm blessed and privileged. I'm a banana. Good night, Mr. Tant. Take it easy, buddy. Smoke more velvet, and it'll make the beard smell good. Thank you, Ben. Mr. Artful Codger, cornerstone pillar of the YouTube pipe community. Wish you would make more videos, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to know your presence is among us. Good tobacco. 2010 Rich Virginia ribbon by the Chicago Pipe Club. Blended by that crazy dude Mike McNeil from McClellan's. Have you ever seen videos of that guy? Woo! Mike McNeil. Let me just say this. If you like McClellan's pipe tobacco, regardless of the deeming regulations, you better stock up, because when he goes, there ain't nobody who's going to follow in his footsteps. Good night, Ben. Jonah 7 lives 15 minutes from the Pipe Club. Al, thank you. Good night. Boontar likes to make werewolf movies. I'm not on my toes. I'm not sharp, Boontar. I don't even know what you're talking about. So, what else is there to talk about? We still have 9. We still have 9 folks watching. Din Din likes water. Well, I like water too, mixed with my whiskey. And I got water in here. I probably need to slow down with the whiskey consumption. It's pretty good. It's pretty good tobacco. Could I give you any of the tasting notes? No, I could not. Tastes like a Virginia. And that's about as specific as I can get right now. Sorry. So, what else? Let's see. Speaking of water, if you visit Sweden, try Loka. Great water. Well, you might want to remind me next time I go to Sweden. I've never been to Sweden, but I know a lot of folks. Would you like to buy an O? What are you even talking about, Boontar? I don't even know what is he doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that, Boontar? Just checking Voxer. You don't even know. Boontar gets a little goofy. But Boontar, are you on the road or are you home? It's circular and neat. And Jonah's drinking Jack Daniel's single barrel right now. Not much of an expert in whiskey. You like it though. And Boontar is a Reddit weirdo. And I bet Sweden's not on your visit list. Well, hey, I used to do a lot of GeoGuessr, and I would not be against going to Sweden, not at all. I think that whole Scandinavian area is pretty nice. So I'm not saying it's not on my to-go-to list, but not like immediately. Like I'd like to go to Hawaii, and I'd like to go to like Scotland or Ireland. That's kind of on my out of the lower 48 of the United States. You know, if I'm gonna cross an ocean, that's like the first place I want to go. Is like Hawaii or like Scotland or Ireland or someplace like that. But I'm not against Sweden at all, or Norway or Finland. So yeah. Wow, we've been on for like 108 minutes. That's crazy. Well, what else? I'm trying to see. I don't even know how much battery I have left. Well, I guess if this thing dies, you'll know I ran out of battery. Scottish summers are nice. Both weeks of them. I want to go to Graceland, says William. You just heard my Voxer go off. That means Boontar is trying to communicate with me. Hey, Boontar. Boontar is on the road right now, and he has decided to listen. Graceland was. I've never been to Graceland. Boontar, he could be listening to Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or HBO or YouTube, other people or other podcasts like Hey We're Talking. But Boontar has decided to tune in to a buzzy Derek Tant on YouTube. So I thank you. I don't know if that's a real constructive use of your time, but I'm glad you decided to hang out. Oh man. So, love the Buzzy Derek. Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to help. Product placement overload. Yeah. Product placement. Yeah. That's William 043. You know, back when he started, the big thing was, what am I smoking? Housekeeping. Housekeeping. And he says he's pioneered product placement. What's my favorite rope tobacco? Black 20. Black Double X by Sam Gowith. Hands down. It's really good. Really good stuff. Strong as hell. But it's pretty tasty. I like it. I like rope tobacco. And I guess Jamin's sending out some... What? Some freaking Boontar's voxing me. I have a ton of that. Afraid to pop it. Dude, you gotta pop it. You gotta crack into that Black 20. It is good. It's strong, but it's not bad. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you or anything like that. Haunted bookshop. Never had it. Never had the haunted bookshop.
Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay.
No. Boontar sent me a link. I'll check it out later. Hey, look. I'm on the YouTube and it's showing me. I guess that's my thumbnail. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I don't know. What else? What else you want me to talk about? You've got me in that Buzzy Derek state. I could say anything. So, ask away. I don't know. Ugh. I'm gonna drink some more. Ugh. I'm gonna try that haunted bookshop myself. I'm gonna let my dog out. Yeah, I probably... It's kind of like a Cornell and Deal staple. I need to try that. I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. I'm still here. Let one dog out, let one dog in. Yeah, I need to continue to doctor that. I missed the monkey. Yeah, this was the same tree that was in the house that was behind me in the couch that had the monkey in it. But my wife decided that she didn't want this in the house anymore. It was getting too dusty. And that she needed to put it back out here. I'm going to let my dog in, and I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Come on in, Gigi. Okay, I'm here. Okay. So that's what happens when you drink some coffee and then you drink alcohol. You use the bathroom. I just needed to go. Anybody still with me? Anybody got any questions? Is that tree real? No, that is not a real tree. That is a fake tree. This is the same tree that I would have, like when I would record videos in my living room. It was the tree behind my couch. It had a monkey hanging in it. My wife decided to move it out here. That's fine. Looks like your yard. Yeah, well, Hawaii, I would imagine you got some pretty awesome vegetation there. We don't get a lot of, this is kind of like a desert, very, very arid area. So we don't get a lot of rainfall. I haven't had to mow in like over a month now. So we don't, no, not everything grows. So you're not going to see like a lush green tree like this out here in West Texas in the wild. I mean, I got like an evergreen tree. Can have some of ours. Uh-oh, Voxer. I think William043 is trying to communicate. Here you go. Catch you later, Derek says, stay-at-home piper. Good night, Alec. Oh, you can't hardly see. This is my head pasted onto Miley Cyrus's body. Oh, man. I don't think you can see. There we go. Ah, there we go. This was not done by me, but I think Gup Piper, Ben Guptill did that. That was awesome. Thank you. Boontar says, speaking of beans 316, which is Brian Doran. You near El Paso? El Paso? No, El Paso is about 350 miles to the west of here. I'm east of Midland, Odessa, west of Abilene, and south of Lubbock. So, yeah, kind of just below the Panhandle. You have to go there in September. Really? What business you got in El Paso? News videography? What's going on in El Paso? Yeah, I finished that. I finished the beer. I had this earlier. Mars, Bringer of War by Bell's Brewery. 10.1%. Cover a court trial. What? 98 miles to Wheeling. I don't know what that means. Covering a trial? There's a trial of interest in El Paso? I had no idea. Gonna have me a little bit more Jim Beam. Just a little bit more. And then only two photographers. A trial of interest to photographers in El Paso. El Paso is Spanish for the past. Yes, I know that. And a photographer was arrested for photographing the FBI building there. What? That's crazy. They were arrested for photographing the FBI building in El Paso? Not even headquarters in D.C., but like in El Paso? That's it's fairly disturbing. I'm sure tourists photograph all buildings everywhere all the time. Yeah, El Paso. That's crazy. That's a little ridiculous. Well, now I'm interested. I'm emotionally invested in the outcome of this. That's weird. The land of the free, home of the brave, right? I mean, you would think that, right? This is like America. It's supposed to be free, do everything. Wheeling, West Virginia. Brian's next. Oh, Boontar. I get it. You're driving. You're driving through where Brian Doran, Beans 316, is. Arrested for refusing to identify himself. Well, I do know that being in public without a form of public ID is illegal. Now, I don't have any strong opinions one way or the other that way. But yeah, it's just shouldn't be stopped. No? What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing something. I just assume that you're supposed to be. Of course, this is like a relic from my military days. We're always supposed to have. If you're in the military, you always carry your ID on you, and you can get in trouble for not having it. So maybe I'm just carrying that over from those days. So I don't know. Let's see. Texas Penal Code says you only have to provide ID if you have been arrested for a crime. Well, there you go. Failure to identify if you haven't and they're saying so I guess they're saying that he committed a crime by photographing the FBI building. Well, there you go. That makes it a little bit more interesting. So I don't know. What are you doing, Goober? I have 3 dogs, and Goober is by far the biggest. Oh, uh-oh. There you are. What are you doing, Goober? Oh, and Will, you seem to know about it. It's a bullshit charge. They're saying he committed a crime by not giving his ID. Oh, okay. So, but if the law says you only have to provide an ID if you've committed a crime, but he didn't commit a crime, so he didn't provide an ID, so they're saying his failure to identify was a crime in itself. Well, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Well, Mr. Kilted Piper, I hope you enjoy your stay in the state of Texas. Boontar carries his ID in his shoe. Well, very nice. Most of the cops there think they know the law, but they actually don't. Yes, there's a lot of laws. There are federal laws, there's state laws, there's local laws, and it's hard to keep straight. You know, young cops, they don't get trained in everything. They if they're having good training, they're mostly trained on how to handle themselves. So you can beat the rap, but not the ride. Well, there you go. And they think that just because a cop asks for your ID, you are required to give it to them. Well, yeah, I may have even thought that too. So apparently, according to Texas Penal Code, if a police officer asks you for identification, you don't have to give it to them unless you have committed a crime. So if you're being arrested, that's when, unless you were being arrested, that's when you are required to produce identification. So if a cop just comes up on you and says, "Let me see your ID," and you say no, then if you're not doing anything bad, you should be all right. Let's see. What do you think of the paramedic field? Good career choice? Nursing better? Well, I'm a nurse, Mr. Jonah. I am a nurse, so I like nursing. If you want to be a paramedic, I mean, there's a lot of firemen that are paramedics. Let's see, that's what he was there to do, test them to see if they know public photography laws or not. Well, I hope he wins in court then. Can't be doing that. If you're driving a car, you have to show ID, prove you can leave. Yes, I agree with that. But if you're just walking along, you shouldn't. Dang it, I forgot what the question was. I was. Oh, paramedics versus nurses. I am a nurse. I like that field, but being a paramedic, you're out in the field, you're on scene with the car crashes. You're like saving you're the one that's going to be saving the lives out in the field. If he'd been arrested 8 times, he'd been arrested in the last 8 years, always got dropped. Well, then he's going to get it dropped a ninth time. Um, Paramedic versus nurse. I'm a nurse. That's what I got paid for. You're going to get paid more as a nurse. But if you're like an adrenaline junkie and you want to be out in the field, you want to be pulling somebody out of a burning car or something like that, well, then being a paramedic's where it's at. But I mean, you're as a paramedic, you're actually going to be saving more lives and things like that. Depends on how much trauma you like to be in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As an I'm an emergency room and med surg nurse. I'm the nighttime charge nurse, so I'm in on all situations. So I've seen everything, So, but when you're out in the field, you're the one that has used to be a paragod. Yeah. You're the one that's out there in the field making the big decisions. Ask Polish Piper, says Boondar. Yes, Polish Piper is an EMT and a beer expert, and he's like an Ironman triathlon guy. He's turned himself around, lost tons of weight. Loves blood, not in a vampire kind of way, though. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're out there, you're gonna be the first on the scene. If you're a paramedic, you're gonna be the first on the scene when someone calls in. So you're gonna see some shit. You're gonna see some craziness. You're gonna see a lot of BS, but you're gonna be out there seeing some crazy stuff. But it's all up to you. I would imagine that if you're a paramedic, you're gonna see some gnarly, crazy things. A nurse, even an emergency room nurse, is going to be dealing with whatever the paramedic was able to clean up. A lot of times paramedics they call off like ambulances, and they just say, "All right, bring out the morgue. Bring out the justice of the peace, because we're gonna." So you're gonna see all kinds of stuff. You're gonna see horrific car accidents where there's no chance of saving the guy, and they're going to be gone. You're not going to be able to do anything or save them. So it's very traumatic. Let's see, if you really want to have an adrenaline rush, become a flight medic or a flight nurse. Yes, that's what this shirt is. I got a lot of friends that work for Aerovac. I personally would not. I would love to work for Aerovac at some point in my career. Maybe try it out. Got to lose a little weight. Got to become skinny, Derek, first. But yeah, a flight nurse is you're gonna be flown out to the worst of the worst things. Let's see, flight. That's what you used to do, flight medic. So you've seen it. I salute you. That has got to be the craziest of the crazy. I salute you for having been there and done that. I've seen some crazy stuff in the ER setting, but none of it, I'm sure, compares to what's out there in the field. Yeah, you'll see everything. Yes, you will. Because that's what flight nurses are called to. That's what ambulances are called to. They're called out to the worst of the worst situation. Because a lot of people would just rather go to the ER. And that's why you're in Hawaii now. So you were there for flight nurse, and then you became a news videographer. You'll have to look into that. Yeah, but EMT, ER. Oh, and you were in PS. You have PTSD. I can imagine. You can't unsee a lot of what you've seen. It's hard. I've seen a lot of stuff in the emergency room that is hard to deal with. Premature babies being born and dying, people with horrific traumatic injuries, young people coming in having heart attacks because they're on steroid or because they're taking steroids. Young people, old people, who we've had to work on, do CPR for hours. Let's see, being diagnosed PT after 9/11, came to Hawaii for a vacation and never left. Well, there you go. I would love to visit Hawaii, and yes, I'm afraid that if I visited Hawaii, I would want to come back. But I have a lot of roots here in West Texas, and I love it here. I mean, look at this. I got the red brick wall. I got the fake tree. I've got the whiskey. I've got the stupid dog just drinking water. I mean, I got a lot going on for me. And I got the pellet smoker over there. I mean, there's tons of stuff going on for me here. But yes, I think Hawaii is an allure. Is something that is very alluring. And yeah, this is all a guy needs. I'm happy. I'm a well-adjusted fella. Let's see, Andrew Summers. Hey, Derek, what's the latest on the FDA deeming regs? How will it change tobacco availability? Okay, deeming. What's up, Goober? This is my dog. I know that they've pushed back the regulations for like a month or two. It's not looking good for the deeming regulations. There's been a lot of pushback. Oh, hey, Mark. How you doing, man? There's still a lawsuit going on. It's still set to be heard next month. I think August 30th. They're gonna be seen. They should have had more Special K. Let's see. Hey, bro, you want to go to the beach at the trio? Oh my gosh, yeah, we're bananas. Oh my God, there's so many people talking. I lost track. But FDA regs, they're still there, but they're being fought against. I think there's been some delays, and after these delays, it's been delayed for at least like 60 days. So everything's being pushed back, and the lawsuit's still scheduled to happen, I think, sometime in August, and we'll see. Like a local. All right, let me let my dog in. I'll be right back. Come on, Goober. Go ahead and go in. Stupid dog. Go. Go in. Come on, Gigi. Okay, it's 1:45 in the morning here. I got 3 dogs. Let's see. That's what I learned in 3 years. Haha. I don't know. FDA, I think it's gonna be good. Pigeon is one I can't pick up. That's like the local language in Hawaii, right? I think that's what that is. Pigeon. What's she doing, Gigi? That's Gigi. Gigi's a boxer. Yeah. Got it. I got 3 dogs. They're all unique. They're all crazy. Come here, Gigi. Come here. It's close to Cancun. It's close to Cancun. Cajun or Creole? Yeah. On a lot of words. I get it. Stop it. Stop it, Gigi. You're on my live stream. You need to behave. We'll wait here, says Boontar. I don't know. D said, awesome dog. Yes! Oh, D's there. How you doing, D? We've had some good Australian viewership. I think Damien was on a little while earlier. Good to see you, Mark and D. Gigi is a sweet dog. She's a boxer. Let's see. What are you doing, Gigi? Hey, come here. Hey, look. Hey, what are you doing? Look at the camera. That's all she wants to do. You just want to give kisses, don't you? That's all she wants to do. All Gigi wants to do is give kisses. She just loves giving Gigi kisses. She was a stray. We got her about 6 years ago. She was covered in cactus thorns, and they picked the cactus thorns out of her. We took her in. We were going to just watch her for a few days. and we've had her for 6 years. And as loving and sweet as she is right there, she was like that, if not more. The first day we got her, she was just happy to see us. So, yeah, get you a boxer. But that means she would, everybody that comes into the house, she acts that way with. I mean, I'm her owner, I'm her master, whatever. And as much as she loves me and tries to kiss me, she's gonna do that with anybody that walks in the house. All right, Mr. Kilted Piper, you step out. You have yourself a bowl. Enjoy your tobacco, sir. Good for you. Glad to have you on, Mark. I don't even know what time it is out there in down under land. I will say, if you're just joining me, I have been sipping on Jim Beam Black. 5 p.m. Wow. That is quite a bit away from here. And I've been sipping on this beer, Mars. It's a 10% alcohol beer. I've had a lot of... I've had some good alcohol. I'm a little buzzy. And I've been sitting here for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, a lot of people have been popping in and out, watching the stream, and I appreciate it. I'm just here talking, chatting, answering questions. I'm a rum man. Oh, I didn't know that. I was about to say that rum does kind of the same thing to me that tequila does to a lot of other people. That's the one that really gets me. Whoa! Because it's so sweet. You drink more rum without knowing. You can get a lot of rum in you before you really know what's going on. So I've gotten really tore up on some rum, and I haven't had any in a while. I love it, but I respect it enough to stay away. Stay away, Mr. Tant. Stay away from the rum. Stick to your beer. Stick to your whiskey. You're fine. But I do love some rum. What's your brand of choice, Mr. Big Hippo Mark? And does Dee drink anything? What do you drink, Miss Dee? Curious to know. Miss Dee, who's also a nurse. We've been talking about nurse stuff and paramedic, EMT stuff. We've been talking about everything, but I know that Miss D is also a nighttime nurse. I'd be interested to know what kind of nurse and how long you've been a nurse and all that stuff. I'm just curious. I'm here. It's a day off. This is the middle of the day for me. Probably gonna, when I get off here after I finish my drinks and have a smoke, I'm not eating healthy right now. So I got some burritos and I got some pot pies and frozen pizza and Klondike bars. Now I could throw the pot pies and the frozen pizzas on the smoker. I'll have to eat the Klondike bars right out the freezer. Yeah, she likes gin, and she's been doing it for 10 years. Wow, that's awesome. I've been a nurse for 5 years, so 10 years as a nurse. My hat's off. Big salute. The utmost respect. That's amazing. Thank you, Miss D. Mark, what do you do for a living? If you don't mind, I don't even know. You can do anything. So, and we're getting kind of late out here. It's almost 2 p.m. 2 a.m. local. That means it's 3 in the morning. Does anyone ever ask you about your smoking as a nurse working in the medical field? Well, no, I don't inhale. I don't really inhale. And a lot of nurses, a lot of people that I know that work in the nursing field smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. You work for the council, so you're a government guy. Cool. There's a lot of nurses here locally that smoke cigarettes. Grayscale pot pie. Ooh. I love you, Boontar. You the man. Always with the Game of Thrones references. Love ya. Ooh. Woo! I love it. Town. So you work for the city. Okay. Cool. That's another place I'd like to go is Australia. My brother-in-law, Cutter, he went to aviation school, and he's now an aviation instructor in the Dallas area. He lives in the Dallas, Texas area. But he, at one time, had a girlfriend in Melbourne, Australia. And he was able to spend a good amount of time in Australia and visited and had a good time. They have since broken up, and he's with another lady in the Dallas area. But that young man, he's like 23, 24 years old. He's had a lot of experiences. He's worked on a cruise ship in Alaska. He's now a aviation instructor. So proud to have him as a brother-in-law. I wish him the best. He's probably not watching. But he's been all over the place. Let's see. Falmore Council. Ah, yes. Just what I was looking for. Well, I don't know what you're looking for, sir or ma'am, but I'm glad you found it. You're having technical problems here. I'm sorry there, Mark. I don't know how I've been on for a while. I've been on for like 2.5 hours almost. I don't know where my battery life is. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning here. So I guess I'll be getting off soon. Are there... I'll see. Falmore. He's smoking... Falmore Council is smoking his Dr. Graybow Big Pipe. Nice! I do have a Graybow, given to be my Mr. Cisco 76. Those are good pipes. Don't let anybody tell you differently. They're perfectly good pipes. They smoke well. Do any hunting? I want to go bow hunting this fall for the first time. Maybe I can lure a deer smoking a pipe. Well, I don't do any hunting. And there's a lot of hunting that goes around here. We got lots of deer. I'm sure if I ever walked out at night with my pellet rifle, I could snag any rabbit. There's tons of rabbits around here. But I am not a hunter, nor am I a fisherman. But both of those are very popular around here. But deer hunting around here is very popular. I am not a hunter. Sorry. Do I like guns? Yes, former military guy. I do need to get like a handgun for personal protection. I do have some shotguns here. I do have shotguns. I am a fan of guns. I'm not against them. I do want to have some, but for personal protection, I do have a shotgun, and I know how to use it, and I'm good at it, and I'm not afraid to hurt you. So if you break into my house, you're going to die, because I will shoot you with my shotgun. Semi Tech 9. Well, I carried, and when I was in the military, carried a a Beretta 9mm and a M4 rifle. So I'm well versed in all the different styles of weaponry. I'm for it, unless you're like a crazy or a criminal. Obviously, I don't think if you're unbalanced, you should not have a weapon. But there are a lot of criminals out there that like to break into houses, and I like to be armed, and I am. So don't break into my house. Don't break into my house. I've got dogs. I've got guns. It's gonna end badly for you if you break into my house here. So I'm just saying. I'm a fan of guns. Responsible gun ownership, for sure. My Tech 9 jams too much, but it didn't when a meth head tried to break into my house. Oh, man! Did you shoot the meth head? Did you kill him? Or did you scare him? Or what happened? That is a story that I need to know the conclusion of. He had a Tech 9, 9mm, and a meth head broke into his house. So I'm assuming you shot him or shot at him. I think a shotgun is a great personal home defense weapon. When you hear that, that would, if I'm a burglar and I'm breaking into a house, like, oh, here we go, let's get some jewelry and some cash, and I'm pooping my pants right there because I walked into the wrong house. So you don't do that. Don't be guys. Don't be criminals. Don't be breaking into people's houses. Support your gun laws. But there are going to be people who, let's see, I shot the gut once in the stomach, and then I went overboard and got upset and shot him with the whole clip. And Kevin Garvey wants to go to Australia. So you shot a guy with the whole clip. So there was an intruder in your home, and you unloaded the entire clip in the guy. Can I assume the guy that broke into your house is dead, sir? Or ma'am, sir? You kill the guy? I mean, that's fine. There have been opportunities. I'm not against killing people in the name of defense. I'm not. Bullshit. Well, William says bullshit. Maybe. I don't know. Makes for a good story. I mean, I'm intrigued. I was overseas. I defended bases. I did not have an opportunity to fire my weapon, but I would have if the right opportunity presented itself. Let's see. I called the police, and they said it was fine. They understood I was upset, and I had to go and file paperwork. Well, there you go. You had to file paperwork. Well, what happened? I mean, I don't get it, Mr. Falmore Counsel. Did you shoot a guy? Did you kill the man? I mean, you said you shot him. Did he die? Like, hey, it's fine if you shoot somebody in defense of your home. If you shoot an intruder, and William says bullshit, you killed the guy. Well, hats off for shooting and killing the intruder. William says bullshit, but there's no way to know. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I eat bull. Well, Mr. Falmore Counsel, I'm not going to be able to find out. I'm not going to break into your home. I'm not going to try to rob you, and I'm not going to get shot. So, shooting and killing an intruder, it's kind of one of those things that people are like, I mean, I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would try to break in so they can kill. I don't know. I don't want to. I've never killed anybody, even as a military member. I've never killed anybody. Never even fired a weapon. And a lot of people have a problem with it. A lot of people who are in the military, even though they're justified in killing people, it messes with them. It bothers with them, even though they're They're bothering. It hurts. Let's see. I reflect on the incident and I feel bad for taking a life, but I feared for my life. Yeah, absolutely. And if it's true, I mean, we're gonna give the benefit of the doubt around here. I'm just gonna take you for your word. You know, whether or not you did that or not, that's fine. William's gonna say bullshit. Whatever. That's fine. But if that's true, you know, if it were me, if someone broke into my house, or if I were defending a base overseas, you know, and I had to shoot somebody, I am not going to feel bad. I'm not going to lose sleep over that because I'm doing my job. I'm providing a service. I'm defending my property. I'm defending my country. You know, so I do know there's a lot of PTSD out there. I do know there's a lot of folks who have been in combat situations who've killed people, and it hurts. It messes with them, and I get that. But the recent wars, the recent kind of combat situations, it's very gray. There's a lot of gray areas. But if somebody's breaking into my house and I have to defend my house and I have to shoot you, I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not. You violate my home, you try to take from me, you try to violate my family. I have a wife, I have a child, I have dogs, I have land. You try to violate that, that's a bad idea. It's not good. So, anyway, I sense we've moved into the political area. Anyway, it don't matter. Let's see. What's your desert island tobacco pick, Derek? Well, I'm going to say right now, Frogmorton Cellar. It's a good Latakia blend. It's still got some sweetness. It's got some good flavor. It's delicious. Tomorrow, or a couple of minutes ago, it could have been Chatham Manor. Could have been Black Double X. Night Will, I hope you were able to fall asleep. It's 2 in the morning. Hope I was able to help you fall asleep. Anyway, let's see. Night bullshit. Hey, Falmore Council. William043 is a good man. He is a good man. And we love you too. Yeah, he is a good man. I have met him in person. Lives in the Houston area. Hard worker, and he's trying to get ahead. He goes to gun shows. He's a weapons expert. Good man. I've met him in person. I've spoke with him personally for hours and hours. I've had conversations with William043. He is above reproach. So. Yeah. Yeah. He's a good guy. And I'm sure you are. So no. We're not gonna have any problems. Anyway. Geez, it's like 2 in the morning. And I've talked and I've been on for like 2.5 hours. So I'm thinking I probably ought to get off the internet now. Let me finish this real quick. I wish I caught you earlier. Well, me too. But I'm going to publish this to the channel, I think. It might take a while. But the whole 150 whatever minute stream will be available to watch on my channel probably sometime later today. So, let's see. Will you do more live streams? Sure, I think so. Not very often. Probably every few weeks. Probably every couple weeks or every month or so. It just depends. I'm trying not to. I don't want to. I had a lot of fun. I really did. I had a lot of fun doing this. I got to chat with all you guys. It was fun. Let's see. Don't quit now. You're just getting warmed up. Oh, Boontar. I need to eat. I need to eat. I got Klondike bars in the freezer, man. My wife asked for Eskimo pies. I couldn't find Eskimo pies. So I eat while live streaming. Well, I got like burritos and pot pies and things. I gotta heat up. I mean, I'm not hungry right now. Eat special. Okay, what are you talking about, Boontar? I'm about to talk to you like on the side. I'll go eat a rat. Special K and bananas. Boontar, don't do that. That's got a lot of carbs in it. It's gonna throw you out of keto, man. You don't want to be out of ketosis. It's not good for you. Eat some ribs or some brisket or some pulled pork. It's good. Let's see. Grayscale pot pie. Hot pie. Have you ever eaten monkey? I've never had the privilege of monkey. The craziest I've eaten is maybe like frog or like squirrel. I think I've had squirrel. Well, you haven't had it either. Well, I remember from Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, they had like this monkey. They brought everybody a monkey, and they're like, "I chilled a monkey brains." And then they ate it. It looked like Jello with like fruit in it. It was pretty disgusting, and I'm sure monkey brains don't look like that. Good night, Jonah 7 Fur. Jonah, take care. I know, I appreciate you joining us and asking questions. Pursue your dreams, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. Don't leave me, dude. Oh, man, it's like 2 in the morning. I've been sipping on this whiskey. I need to get something to eat. I need to watch The Office. I got to finish that. Like The Office. I've been watching The Office on Netflix. I've watched most of it once before, and now I'm getting caught up. I'm gonna rewatch the whole series. But tell you what, I gotta go. I never drink any alcohol. You've never drank any type of alcohol in your life, and you've killed a guy. You've killed an intruder, but you've never had anything to drink. What? That's crazy. Get you something to drink. My religion says no. Well, what religion is that? What religion says that you're allowed to kill an intruder in your home, but you're not allowed to consume any alcohol? Okay, Mark. Have a good night. Best wishes to you and Dee Dee. Do take care. The belief in the Falmore Council. Well, that's not a religion. I mean, I don't know. The Falmore Council, that's... He should drink. Yes, he should. I mean, Falmore Council, I gotta say, your claims, and you should try that. Boontar and William are not believing your claims. You know, I'm trying to be fair here. But they're not believing all your claims, which is fine. You may be, I don't know if the guy was a meth head. Well, you don't know. You don't know. You killed a guy, you've never had anything to drink, and you follow a religion you invented. I don't know. That's very unlikely. Those are 3 things that are highly unlikely. It's like, okay. All right. There are, let's see, how else are religions made? I get that, but religions are made years ago. I mean, it's unlikely that you're going to be a person that has shot somebody who broke into your house. That it happens, but it's very unlikely. It doesn't happen very often. Okay, that's one. As an adult, you've never had alcohol. That's unlikely. What about people that said that then? I'm just saying, all right, it's the rare person that has never had alcohol. It's the rare person that has shot somebody. And it's the rare person that has invented a religion. When you say you've done all three, that's kind of impossible. Let me tell you. Hold on. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. You know. So but it's like 2:11, 2:15 in the morning here in West Texas. I think we're down to 3 viewers. I'm going to sign off. I appreciate everybody that has been here. Yeah, Derek, this is an exercise. I get it. I get it, Boontar. I'm just trying to be fair. I believe in a God who created the universe. His son is Obel Krutik. Okay, well, I mean, I get that. That's great. But that's not a thing. That's a thing you made up. Okay, that's a thing you made up. So there's some inconsistencies here. Don't try to reason with the troll. That's fine. I don't care. It's okay. I get it. It's okay. We're down to a couple of people. Falmore Council and Boontar. You're here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all watching. And if this is put on YouTube and you've watched this, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out. I'm signing off. And today is my last day. Love you and good day. Well, good day to you, Mr. Falmore Council, wherever you may be. God bless you all. Smell my beard.